Okay. The balanced chemical equation. Now, up to this point, we've had no chemical reactions going on. All we've done is we just converted one unit to the other. All we've done, kind of like renaming the unit. Now we have a chemical reaction. So remember the 4 steps. Step number 1 is balance the reaction. We've never had a balanced equation. So then we went to step 2, which is what's given. Step 3, what are we trying to calculate? And step 4 is the setup. Now we're going to have a chemical reaction that we have to worry about. Once we balance that chemical reaction, we have a molar relationship between the reactants and products. We also have a molecular arrangement. What we don't have is a mass relationship. In other words, if I have a chemical equation and I say 15 grams of this gives me how many grams of that? The relationship is through moles. So we have to go to convert to moles first. Okay. So the mass relationship is not valid. Important now. Understand that. Okay, so let's look at some examples. Let's take methane and burn it in oxygen. And that'll give us carbon dioxide and water. Okay, so that's a chemical reaction. These are the reactants. Those are the products. Reactants is what you start with, products which you end up creating. Now, the reason why this reaction happens is because what you're starting with is unstable, what you're ending with is stable. That's the way the universe works. Every single millisecond, that's the way it works. Okay, so now what we're going to do now is I'm going to call it, we're going to do an inventory of the elements on the left and the elements on the right. Because we have to have the same number of each. So we've got carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen on both sides of the equation. Now, the inventory. How many carbons do we have on the left? Now, there are 2 numbers here that we can go by. Something out in front of each of these. And if there's nothing there, it's the same as a 1. Now, if you want, you can put a 1 there if you want. It's totally optional though. Okay, most textbooks teach it so that you leave the 1 off. But in my class, I like to be consistent and don't worry about, well, this example, there's these exceptions and blah, blah, just put a 1 there. Okay, so the other number is a subscript. That's like the 4 here, 2, 2, 2. That number we cannot change. No exceptions. The reason why, if we change that number, we're going to change the molecule itself. The number out front is how many there are. So right now we have 1 CH4, we have 1 O2, 1 CO2, 1 H2O. Because the number in front here says that. Now, the problem is what's on the left doesn't balance what's on the right. So we have to change the coefficients out front here to make it so. All right, so that's first thing we do is an inventory. Okay, so how many carbons we have on the left? We have one carbon. How many carbons on the right? Well, we have one. Okay, so right now our carbons are balanced. Let's look at H's now. We've got 4 on the left, 2 on the right. Now, our H's are not balanced. So we have to fix that in a minute. And oxygens, there's 2 on the left and 3 on the right. Now, if those numbers don't match, that means that equation is not balanced. So now we have to do some fudging with these numbers so that they match. When they're matched, then it's balanced. Okay, so the numbers again we can change are the coefficients out front. Okay, let's put a 2 here in front of the water. That'll give us 4 hydrogens. But it increases the number of oxygens because this 2 applies to both of these. Okay, so now we have 4 oxygens. Yeah.
So how did we change it from a 1 to a 2? Like, what did we do? We just wrote it. But like, what changed it to 2?
The requirement to be balanced.
So we added.
We didn't add it, we just increased the number of molecules of water.
Oh, but how did we increase the molecules?
Just put a 2 out in front. See, we've got to change the coefficients so this thing's balanced.
Yeah, but how did we change it? Like, if you're changing the H in real life, you can't just draw a 2 next to it. Like,
But when I wrote this equation, I did not write it balanced.
yeah.
So it's an afterthought to balance it.
Oh, so we're kind of planning it out.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, so is it balanced? No. The reason why it's not balanced is that the numbers are not equal. The oxygens aren't equal. So what can we do to the oxygens on the left to make them 4? Yeah. We're not going to add. We're going to exactly. We're going to have 2 here for the coefficient. Now it's balanced. Yeah.
So the one on this side on the right is connected to the one on the right on that.
They've got to be equal. Exactly. If they're not equal, we have an explosion. It's called a nuclear bomb.
Fair enough.
All right. So does that make sense? All right. Now, the name of this process is called guess and check. There are 2 ways to solve this equation. One is guess and check. The other way is using linear algebra. So for those of you going on in chemistry, you're going to have to take calculus 1, 2, and 3, and probably partial differential equations or linear algebra. You take linear algebra, you can do this another way using matrices. We're going to use guess and check in here. Now, what I mean by guess and check is you change the coefficients and then you check it. Check it by doing an inventory left and right. Does that make sense? Now, you have an extra credit opportunity for this next test. Let me show you where it is. You go to Files, Unit 3. Unit 2. okay, you'll see, I've got a lot of extra worksheets on equation balancing. And there's one here that says. There's one here that says extra credit. Where is it? What?
Is there a third bar?
Yes, there is actually.
Oh, equation balancing and credit.
Okay, so this is your extra credit to balance this thing. And let me warn you, it's hard. That's why it's extra credit. Okay, so don't do this, don't try this until you've done my worksheet and or extra worksheets. Most people take about 90 minutes to balance this guy. Mhm. That's why I'm saying,
How many points?
um,
90?
One.
no, something like 10 or something like that. 10 raw points. Okay, so anyway, I'm not sure where it's located. It's located in two places. Just do it, a search on extra credit. Okay, so let's do some more of these. Now, one more thing, what does the balanced equation give you again? Molar relationships and molecular relationships. So this says that 1 mole of CH4 reacts with 2 moles of O2. That's what the balanced equation gives you. If 1 mole of CH4 reacts, it gives 2 moles of water. Because that's the ratio of the coefficients. Okay, the ratio of the coefficients is a molar relationship. Now we're going to need that. We're going to need that on Friday. Yeah.
What is that in front of the 1 mole? CHY?
In front of the 1 mole.
Yeah. 1 mole of something reacts with 2 moles of O2.
CH4, yeah. Yeah, the 4 is not a Y. Okay, so this is the reason why we balance equations. To find the molar relationship. Without balancing the equation, we don't know what it is. Okay, so let's do another one. Let's take, instead of methane, let's take ethane. Ethane is another gas. Methane is the gas comes out of the wall that works on your hot water heater. Or if you have a gas stove at home, what powers it? Yeah,
Or it's like they used to use the pigs to siphon the methane through like the pipes to power their stuff.
and chickens.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so his comment was Methane is produced whenever anything is fermented. Cows, for example, have two stomachs. One of their stomachs digests cellulose. Part of the byproduct of that is methane gas. That's what makes cow feces stink, is the methane gas, among other things, and sulfur products as well. Also, chickens produce methane. Biological waste produces methane. Yeah,
touch that bottom of.
here. Okay, step number one, take an inventory. We've got C's, H's, and O's. How many C's on the left? How many on the right? One. We already got a problem. H is on the left. On the right. And then 2 and 3. So this thing is awful, not balanced whatsoever. Okay, so let's start changing coefficients now to balance this thing out. Let's balance out the carbons first. Okay, so we have a 1 here. We put a 2 here. That'll give us 2 carbons. Oxygens are going to change now. So we've got 4 here, 1 here. So that's 5. Hydrogens, we've got 6 on the left, 6 on the right. Now, the problem now is oxygens.
Is that a 2 at the end? Of the 2CO?
H2O, yeah. Okay, so the problem is oxygen comes in pairs. Now we can't have a fractional coefficient. Coefficients are only, no exceptions, integers. We're all said and done. You've got to have an integer as a coefficient. That's because you can't have part of a molecule, only a whole molecule. Okay. So this is the way around it. To balance this, we're going to have a fraction. And then afterwards, we're going to fix it and get rid of the fraction. Yeah. I'm sorry, say again. On which one, the water? Okay, so this says the 3 out in front of the water says we have 3 waters. H2O, H2O, H2O. So 2, 2, and 2 for hydrogen is 6. 1, 1, and 1 for oxygen is 3. And then we have 2 actually it's not 5. Was that your question? As I was explaining to you, I said the error of my ways. Okay, so we've got 4 plus 3 is 7 on the right. Yeah.
Is that in front of the 6H, is that a 2 or a V?
In front of the H.
The 6H?
Here.
Yeah. In front of the 6H, there's a
There's a
something.
there's a 2 there.
At the 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you crossed it out?
Yeah, because we put a 3 in front of it. Okay, so we got to fix the oxygens now. All right. How can we get 7 oxygens when O's come in pairs. 3.5 O2s will give us 7. Right? Okay, so we're gonna write the 3.5 as a fraction. 7/2. Now that gives us 7 oxygens on the left. Now it's balanced. It's balanced, but we have a fraction, so we have to clear the fraction. To do that, yeah,
Is that states the negative or you mark that?
I just marked it because I was talking about. Okay, so how can we clear the fractions? Now, think of this as an equation. How do we clear the fraction? If we add 1/3 plus 1/2, how do we do that problem? Common denominator, which is what in this case? 6. So then we converted everything to be so the denominator is 6. We're going to clear the fraction the same way. We're going to multiply everything by 2. Because once it's balanced, we can manipulate this thing like an algebraic equation. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply all the coefficients now by 2, and that'll clear the fraction. So 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 7/2 is what? Seven. Because the 2's cancel. Okay, 2 times 2 is 4. 6. Now let's do an inventory and validate that it's still balanced. Okay, 2 times 2 is 4. 4. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 6 is 12. And then 7 times 2 is 14. Then we have 8 and 6 is 14. We can multiply the coefficients by a whole number. And that'll clear out the fraction. So now it's balanced. Now, some teachers teach it a little differently. Some say as soon as you have to require fractions is to stop and start over again. With me, you just balance it, including fractions, and then afterwards clear the fractions. And again, the reason why we can't use a fraction is because it's part of a molecule. Yeah.
Question of the
Say again?
if you continue with the fraction where you instead of changing will have stop to the fraction and try it. I assume that the method you're having us do gets the same answer.
Yeah, so what they usually do is just start with a different number. Instead of 1 all the way across, use some other number. I usually say just double it or triple it or whatever. But this way, in my opinion, is more intuitive. Okay, because you go to balance and then you go, oh, I can't have a fraction, just clear it. And it's usually 2, sometimes 3, but normally it's 2. Okay, so does this make sense? Okay, the reason why I have 5 or 6 worksheets on balancing equations is because it's guess and check. And you're gonna have an aha moments when you go, oh. So you've got to do a bunch of these. A bunch. And if you followed my logic in doing this, that's fine, but you gotta do it up by yourself. This is totally different when you do it by yourself.
I was comparing that to this, and I'm like, I kinda understand that, but I don't understand that.
Do the same way in that. Do an inventory first. What elements do you have on the left? What elements do you have on the right? In fact,
Like,
let's do one. Hand me a handout.
I was looking at the state. Is that an I, an L, a one,
It's an L.
okay, or L?
It just says it's a liquid rather than a gas or solid. Okay, so his question has to do with.
What if a lot of them don't even have numbers on the side?
They do. They have a one.
Oh, yeah, but like. For example, AU, this kind of number,
Which one?
number 3, there's an AU.
Right, AU is gold.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We talked about all those things.
Okay, so let's do one of these on the handout. Let's do number 3. Okay, we've got. I'm supposed to have been evaluated today. And he didn't show.
What?
I'm supposed to be evaluated today.
Ah,
I mean, pass or
I've been evaluated. This will be my 3rd time. So it's not like I've not been evaluated before. All right. So gold is AU. It's a Greek name for, it's called Orium. Okay, so let's take an inventory, step number 1. So we have gold, sulfur, and hydrogen. Again, take inventory. Now, if you balanced equations in high school or something like that, when you do your inventory, you don't have to do it like I'm doing it. This is just, if you've never done this before, this is a good way to start. Because some people can just look at these and write down the balanced equation coefficients. Some people can do that. I've been doing this since 1964. I was a junior in high school. Okay, I know, I'm old.
I
That's what,
didn't know that.
huh?
I didn't know that.
You didn't notice what?
So you're old.
Oh. Thank you. All right, so 2 goals on the left, 1 on the right. 3 sulfurs, 1 sulfur. 2 hydrogens, 2 hydrogens. Okay, so it's not balanced as written. Sometimes it's balanced as written. You don't have to do anything. But always assume that any equation on my worksheet or test is unbalanced. So you have to check to make sure it's balanced. Okay, so where do we start?
Two and the 3.
2 and the 3. Yeah, we got to change one of them. Huh? Okay, just do the goal. Put a 2 here. Okay, goals officially balanced. But the sulfur is not.
Wait, what did we do to balance the goal?
Put a 2 in the front.
Okay. Wait. We just added the 2 to the front?
Mhm. Okay, how about we balance the sulfur? I take it that's your suggestion.
Change the 1 to a 3.
Yep. Okay, so that's going to get us up to 3 sulfurs and 6 hydrogens.
So we don't have to do anything fancy to change the number, we just change it.
You can only change the number out front though, not the subscripts.
Oh, okay, there's the catch, that's what.
Because if you change the subscripts, you change the molecule. We don't want to change the molecule, you want to keep the molecules intact. We just want to know how many of them we need to get it balanced.
So we can only change the step.
Only, no exceptions. Okay, what do we do to the H on the left? 3, right.
Keep them flat.
Yep. Okay, now our inventory,
You said we weren't supposed to change the one in the back or the front.
I did, I put a 3 there.
Oh, so you mean this side, we've only changed the stuff on the left.
Left and right, we have to change them both.
Oh,
We fuss with both of them, so they end up being equal.
so you have to change the one that's below it?
Not necessarily.
No.
You can change one that's higher. Normally it's the lower one though, but not always though. All right, is it balanced now? Yes. Why is it balanced? Because the numbers are equal, going all the way down. So on a test, if I asked you is show that this is a balanced equation, this is what you do. You do the inventory and show equal numbers on both sides. Now, every single one of these is the same process. Step number 1 is inventory. And now remember, it could be balanced already. Do the inventory. If it's not balanced, then you start changing the coefficients. And then you take, as soon as you change coefficients, got to take inventory again. Because when you change the coefficients, sometimes you have multiple things happening if it's a complex molecule. Okay, so let's do one more.
Wait, so what do we write down for the answer on that?
The answer is going to be the coefficients. They're no longer 1.
All those letters with the numbers we got for them?
Yeah. So I'm going to give you time to work these, by the way. Let's do one more, number 5. I have a request. Okay, so we're looking at okay. Start with an inventory. So we have mercuries, O's, H's, and P's. Okay, so we have 1 mercury, 3 mercuries, 2 oxygens over here, plus 4 oxygens. So we have 6 oxygens. Over here we have 8 oxygens, plus 1 is 9 oxygens. H's, we have 2 over here, 4 over here, so that's 6,
This is number 5.
5. Okay, and then hydrogens on the right, we have 2. 1p, 2 p's. Okay, so. Now, this is a good example. I'm going to show you something about balancing equations. This is a good example of, I'm glad you asked me to do this one. Okay, where do you want to start? How did you get 5? We have 4 for the P over here, right here. There's 4 there. And we have 2 here for hydrogen. See the parentheses? Parentheses means whatever's in there, we have 2 of them.
H3. This subscript is kind of easier.
It's not H3, it's HG. HG is mercury. Okay. All right, so where do you want to start? Well, let's just do,
If this is 4.
Hmm?
Am I seeing this correctly? There's 4 letters?
4, yeah.
Okay.
4, let's call them elements. 4
Ah.
elements. Okay, let's do the mercury. Okay, put a 3 here. That changes the O's and H's though. Okay, that means we have we have 3 O's times, yeah,
In the parentheses, 2, like where the first one is up.
and the second one we have 4. The PO4.
Is it because they're right behind it?
We have, before we added the 3, let me back up here and okay, so we've got 2 here. This says in the parentheses, we have 2 OHs. Right? Okay, and then over here we have how many?
3. So 5.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes. Not 6, but 5.
So I'm still confused as to what determines which side we change on the element.
We can change either side.
Oh. So for O, we can either change it to a 6 or a 9.
Whatever makes it balance.
Yeah. But we can choose which number that we want.
Yeah. Okay, so. So 5 H's, not 6 H's. Okay, so, all right, so let's put a 3 out here. So the Hg's, the mercuries will balance. Okay, so how many oxygens do we have? Well, we have 6 oxygens plus 4, and give us 10. Okay, so this is 2 OHs. So we have 3 2 OHs, so that's 6 of those. Plus the 4 over here gives us 10. What about hydrogens? Okay, we have 6 hydrogens. Plus the 3 over here is 9 hydrogens. And phosphorus we didn't change. Okay. All right. So let's change the, let's fix the P's. We got 2 P's on the right. Two P's on the left. But that also changes the H's and O's here. Okay, so over here we have 6 H's. And 6 H's here. So that makes the H's 12. What about O's? And we've got 6 O's and 8 O's, so that's 14 O's. And the hydrogens, okay, not there yet. So let's work on the hydrogens on the right. What do we do to that water? Put a 6 there, that makes that 12 hydrogens. That'll change the number of oxygens from 8 to 6, which is 14. And we're done. Now, let me show you a slightly different way to do this. Any questions about this guy? All right. So let's treat the PO4 as a group. Because notice it appears on both sides. If something appears on both sides as a group, we can treat it as a group. So we can think of this as X, not a PO4. Let's treat it as an X. So let's take inventory again. Let's rewrite this guy. So we'll take inventory. Now, do you see where the X substitutes to the group, the PO4 group? Okay, so there's three of those. Three of those. What about O's? Well, we've got 6 O's. 1 O on the right. H's. We've got 6 H's. Plus 3 is 9 H's. 2 H's on the right. And we have 1 X and 2 X's. So let's balance the X's. And that's going to change oxygens as well. So we've got 6 oxygens here, plus 6 here is now 12. And oxygens, we've got 6 on the left, 6 on the right. Hydrogens changed. We've got okay, we have a problem with the hydrogens now. So instead of 3 over here, let's make that 6. Okay, that'll make that 12. 6 oxygens. Okay. Now we put the X back in. You're going to use that when you have a group on both sides. That's the only time you can do that. And you can see it ended up being a simpler one to do. Okay, so what I want you to do is go ahead and while I'm here still, start working on some of these problems. Can I get a handout? Oh, right over there. Okay, there's more handouts down here if you didn't get one. Margaret, did you get one?
And I swear, it's such a tradition to drop things in the class. Everyone's always dropping something.
We provide the answers on the sheet.
I mean, how you,
But when we put in here, like how many of each of these there are, or what?
Yes, you can do it just like I did it.
Yeah,
Do an inventory first.
Yeah.
Underneath the arrow. Some people have two inventories going the left and right, but I just put it underneath the arrow, applies to both.
okay. So that stuff you were doing right there, put under here.
Then you change the coefficients here. Right now, they're all one.
Oh, okay, I see. I see. So you put like whatever, 3 here.
Yep,
whatever you
exactly,
Did to
exactly.
balance it out.
Yep,
Okay.
exactly. And then each time you change the number though, do an inventory.
On this page, we're gonna do it.
That it doesn't matter. It's one.
Thank you.
I'm still super confused as to I'm gonna try and take instance three. The SIG L4,
Okay, class, I'm number one. See for the L in it. That's just the top. It just says the phase is that, the liquid phase, not a gas. It's either.
oh,
You have bullets, move for, it says L.
eight,
That doesn't permit the balance. That's just the information that is, but not.
the eight,
What is it? Anyways,
so it's in the water.
that. That makes sense. We're gonna talk a lot about making sure you next.
Right. So, all right, that. Four for the first element, goes on both sides.
On the left. The arrow. Where?
Oh. So. Oh, okay, each doing one. So,
Yeah, first thing is write out the equation. It's here,
mhm.
and then take them for those percent. Margaret, did you get anything? Yep, bad. Oh, okay. I didn't see them. Something. And then we're done. Liquid, solid. So it's not like. It's just a there. Makes sense. Yeah. Oh. That's fine. I don't. So I look at this door, that's. Maybe the best of it.
I don't. Eight. Okay. Okay.
You.
So this.
This is the plan.
Sometimes.
I remember. Yeah.
They can just go in. First one. One.
Like. Now, 29, 31.
This one. Okay. Oh. So maybe it's supposed to be curves. Right, it's. Yeah.
Yeah. Simple thoughts. There's people understand. Think about. Yeah.
But then. I'm like,
Fine. Eight, pencils, good. I. You know, I have to do this. I see. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so this. This is really. It's cute.
That's all.
Because.
I'm right. I'm right.
It's original. And then just. Side.
Yes, I. It's a city. I have no idea. What I do is. Yeah. Senses, and that's what. You would get seen having. Yeah. Oh, yeah, was it balanced? Yeah. One, so, we have some. Yeah. Yeah. It's. Yes. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. So.
But. But this one.
Because what this says, should be issued. Oh, we matter. Yeah, so it's, I know it's a, what we thought. And I'm gonna issue option that's in. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a. Yeah, that's what you're right. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
So I'm wondering if I got this color. So we just try to think. What? Oh, look at this. Oh, like, yeah, got the. Yeah, so. One. But what? Basically. And then. What is this for on the other end?
Or see them.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, yeah. Here's that. Yes.
And I.
Something like that.
Originally faded. Yeah.
No, that's on.
Oh. And then. This one, that right, towards. Or this,
One is fine.
Yeah. Yeah. It's.
Yeah, this. Yep.
as. Oh. Yes, yeah. It's. Yes. I'm also. Seriously. Yeah, say. So, it's not everything. That is the perfection. Yeah. Yeah. So. I found. Once. Okay, this is. This one is about me, but like I said, let's say. It's all over. Yeah, we bought theirs. So. It's changed for two, I know. Two, three, four, six, one. We. Okay, so. What's. Yes. So kind of speaking from. Yeah. They need.
Yeah.
No, that's actually what I would talk about.
Okay.
You know, there final support as far. Yeah. Yeah.
You got it. But we don't sit play and sit. It's not gonna. Well, you need to. That's the.
So there was a miscommunication. I was supposed to do your evaluation day, but I thought we were in lab. And so when you weren't in lab, I was like, oh, so I'm supposed to do it today. And I was in here, I was here, but I was just in my office because I thought I was supposed to meet you in lab. And I realized now that I was supposed to meet you in lecture.
It's weird because they split up, they're doing it on dry lab
Mhm.
and.
Yeah.
So I set it up on the 10th.
Yeah. So, okay. So how would you like to, would you like me to, do the student survey here? Would you like me to come at a different day? Would you like?
Survey.
Yeah.
Um,
Would
see,
you
what
like?
we're doing now is this, balancing. cases.
Mhm, yeah.
They're just doing
Yeah.
this worksheet. So half of them are gone.
Yeah.
So why don't you come next week?
I can't come on Friday or Saturday next week, but I could do, and the week after that is the break. Do you wanna, is there a week after the break that we could
Oh, yes.
do it?
It's about 16 weeks afterwards.
Um. Uh. Yeah,
Why are you doing this amounts too?
because he was gonna be, like, basically, he just went over the schedule and he couldn't be here on the days that were selected for lecture. And I was the one that was around.
Well, it was odd because he chose all Saturday. For both the lab
Oh,
and the lecture.
maybe because he's doing Friday tutoring on Fridays, like he couldn't be here on any of your Fridays. And the schedule he gave me was like, could you do any of these Fridays or Saturdays? And I also am in Friday tutorings for the days that he selected. So I couldn't do it either. Could we? How would you like to handle it? How would you like to handle it? Do you want, should I? Do you want me to do the observation today? Do you want to do
But
the?
there's nothing to observe.
Yeah. Do you want to select, like,
Now, one way, I record all my lectures.
Mhm.
Like we're being recorded right now as we
Mhm.
speak.
Okay.
I forgot to stop
Yeah.
recording. You could view the recording.
mhm. I think it would probably be best if, like, whatever day we do the student survey is the same day that we do the observation. I think that's probably the best. Let me go grab my schedule. Do you want to talk about the schedule after the break? Like Friday or Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let me make sure that's gonna be okay with Stu. I will be right back.
Okay.
Is that okay? Okay. Well, I guess
Are you
because
gonna call him or?
I'm just gonna text him and I'm gonna go get my schedule.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now, last week. In
I'll test the skills. To try studies, maybe. Or. That's such a. Actually. I should have. It's not many. So. So this first one, this one I'm moving the saw. And throwing it through there, that's the most common. Or where you throw it to. And here I would say. You gotta. That's it. No. Yeah. So the two are using 8. Only. It's. You put it to 6. Okay, let's go. And also. We've got so much fun. Over here. I am. 9. 6 awesome, right? Okay. So. Junior. And. We need 6 on, right? But before we do that, this 6 5. And this is 4 here. And it's 8. And now we have. 2, 4. 6 on. Almost. So. That's who just. We don't have a fraction here. Fraction's fine. Start that, but you can't leave. You use the fraction to balance, once it's balanced, then you have to clear the fraction. And you do that by looking at the denominator. It's 2. You multiply every coefficient by 2. Awesome. So it's like an algebraic equation. Which we almost not going to use. So we multiply. Just see for empiric, we multiply everything that we like. What do you do? Everything. Okay. So this square root is going to become 3. And then this is going to become. So it's been pretty. Pretty big. When we do 2 letters, first one's uppercase, the second one's lowercase. This is a little small. Big A and little S. There's no clarity about these. Yep. Okay. 3 2 times 2 was 3. Okay. Maybe. Thank you. From mid on. This other ones. Yeah, slowly. To get it. And the double's down with until left right.
So this is it.
It's a half.
Which. How should I put it for Friday's lecture? Which pre-lab or which?
Actually, on a little bit of Friday. Take constant rates and learnings.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that.
It makes sense now.
I didn't do.
So like, we just need some. So, we don't accept you. Oh, yeah, and your hands, because these are. Okay, yeah, okay, so. Which is. Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of three, actually. And that is weird, we don't need to do it since change. That here too. We just get eight. You get rid of the more, I'm just gonna. Yeah, now it's now. It's now, it's, you don't want number two, we have fraction of square. So 2, 6, 2, 3. And if you're regular inventory moves. No.
Also. So you have just switch here and then
Would be. Yeah.
five.
Yeah.
Five.
Mhm.
One week. But then we should work with them. To if it were. Say at 6 minutes. But not.
So we also have single moves. One is 3. And present groups.
And then so if each time to add. This one. This.
This will be 50%.
But if they haven't. They're.
Yes. This is the short. So the two here is seal freeze. Then we have seal free or seal.
See, these numbers.
That.
Try it. Alright. So I couldn't get a host to. Use phones, yeah, sorry. One of the quotes, so you guys have class, the 10 and the 11th, right? But you don't have class. Because it's all.
Yeah, it's we didn't want to do today, it was same draft. And we chose my
Next.
next.
Yeah,
So,
right, okay, so could you, can you look at the schedule and see if I come to a lecture either 10:25 or.
either one, was it?
Okay,
Oh, and we checked which one from the test,
okay,
but you can email this.
Yeah.
What you in turn and what I'm sorry.
no, I think this, Stu's gonna, you can do this one, so I just need to do it. Mhm. I can't believe I was there, I just like, I lost it.
2/3.
It's two.
It's not crazy. The thing about G. Sorry. There'd be no way. I have to boil the bottom. I think on the 11-1,
Yeah.
I get tests on Saturdays,
Okay,
not on Fridays. So, usually the day before there's just.
mhm,
So there's a chance 11-2 I'm gonna test.
Okay.
Maybe that Friday before. I wanted to, that's, because I was in a rush.
Yeah.
I forgot my phone.
okay,
It's like,
yeah,
my fingers cut off.
like, I know what you mean, and like, I don't know what I would do. Um. All right. Okay, all right, okay, I will let you, Steve, know that
Yeah,
I,
you can check my.
that I missed that.
Yeah. You probably tried my phone.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Yeah, and I mean. I feel something like I even, when I check my email, it goes to lecture and I. The slab and so waiting that I was like, oh, okay. All right, so, okay, well, I will get a hold of Stu eventually and I'll let him know. What happened, and then you can let me know about the 25th.
Okay, and then, first case
Mhm.
is watch the video. I'll hand out student surveys that you did.
Oh, no, I mean, I can, it's for student surveys. I think.
I mean, I'm not supposed to.
Yeah, no, we'll work it out, Okay, it's.
Okay, all the other evaluation stuff is done. That self
Mhm.
evaluation.
Those are, yeah,
Well, it took me hours to do.
yeah.
Because I pulled up my last one
Mhm.
and the questions are all different.
Oh, yeah, they do them every year, yeah. Yeah.
And so I think one was the same, or at least close enough.
Mhm.
So I was like, then you have to do the, follow-up plans, and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, all right, well. Okay, you'll answer on the 25th?
Hmm?
You'll get back to me on the 25th.
Yeah, when I get home.
Okay,
Actually, I can check, oh, wait a minute. I have my schedule on my computer. Let's see. I don't know why I didn't. I got a brand new tablet, but I didn't want to use it because it's brand new. I wasn't sure.
the connectors.
Well, it's simpler. See all these.
Yeah.
Well, the new one is exactly the same, except it's one cable instead of all this. And what's nice is you can write on,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
really works out really well. Okay, so we're looking at Chem A. And okay, the 11th, I'm giving a test. So I may delay that. Oh, there's a all break. I guess I won't delay it.
Yeah.
And what was the other date?
So the 18th and the 25th. The 18th, yeah, that's, okay, so the 25th. So I could come to the lecture,
Oh, I'm having a wet lab too. You can just do all in one day.
I think Stu has it on his schedule to do the lab, so is it okay if I come
Oh, yeah.
for the lecture, on the 25th?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Okay, still you still sent me
The date, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, okay, awesome, thank you.
You're welcome. Are you doing anything tonight for that Halloween thing? Someone from the chemistry department is doing something tonight.
I think, are we talking about creating stuff?
Preview is on the fourth or the fifth.
Yeah, so that's next weekend. I don't know anything that's happening today.
Maybe I got the dates mixed up. The museum's doing a Halloween thing.
Yeah, but that's in October.
It's October 25th, not.
Yeah, yeah.
And well, a chemistry department is supposed to be doing something.
Yeah, so we do at night at the museum is the thing, and I don't know if I'm doing anything. They will let me know if I'm supposed to do something, but I think Hannah brings in and Moses Ferrero. I think that, yeah, so fun stuff.
Okay,
Yeah, so I think I wrote this out right, but I don't know what goes at the end of this one.
well,
It is?
no number to.
Oh, okay, I did that. So,
And it's not HCl, HCl, separate. H
mhm,
separate from CL.
uh,
So you know, you split all these up,
mhm,
all the letters are all separate, except for lowercase letters are not. The S and I, the I goes with the S.
oh. See, and then. So the H is what, hydrogen? Okay,
But CL and I you can cross off.
so maybe you put like a comma in between those right now.
No.
CL,
Never put commas in.
yeah.
Except for that one.
Right, okay, and then I'm still trying to figure out how I'm supposed to separate. Like, which side do I choose to own? You said you could just choose any. So I could. Change these two to a one.
These are not together. It's SI
Mm-hmm,
and CL.
yeah. So,
So inventory is gonna be SI,
mm-hmm. Like,
then L and I. It's an I.
yeah,
CL, H.
wait, so CL goes on this side?
Just from row.
Yeah.
Row.
Let's try this again. These symbols are tedious. SI,
Row.
let's try this again. I'm not very good with my hand.
It's okay.
Okay, CL, little L. Mm-hmm,
Okay, so we're just going across. Next is H. I so.
big H, Okay.
And then big O. Okay,
like that, okay. And that's just for this side, okay.
it's for both sides.
Yeah,
That's why you put it underneath the curve.
oh. So they're still representing this side. These
Yeah, because
guys.
what happens in a reaction is. These all come apart. And rearrange.
Mhm.
So that's why they're the same on both sides. This is a rearranged version of this.
Oh, okay, so on this side, we're identifying what it is. And then on this side, which we're representing what we can.
Yeah.
Okay,
But what's on this side?
Is-
The same on this side,
oh,
because if they're not the same,
yeah. So,
four,
or be, oh, okay, now let me get this straight, so. Everything on this side. Or no, if the number is net,
turn off the recording.
alright,
So the recording's gonna be super long, because I've been,
I'm sure you can just edit it. That it cuts off. At that, or you could also put like,
well, everyone will just ignore
yeah. So whatever the number is whatever element the number is next to, that's what it goes next.
Yeah, let me turn off this here.